Hello, there's one. Can you hear me?
Well, what we wanted to do was design something that was easy to put on a truck, that was quick to operate. The concept is with 6 lights, it's like a football stadium. You group the lights together and you point it at the scene. And so we wanted something that was quick, mounted easily, and was more of a robotic arm for pointing at the scene for the firemen.
When we arrive at an incident, whether it be a fire call or a motor vehicle accident, first of all, we get on scene. Our safety is always number one, because if we're not safe, then obviously we can't help the people that need the help. So we look for hazards that might impede our response to patients. And then second of all, we assess the situation, see what type of equipment, manpower, that sort of thing we need.
When you don't have adequate lighting, you're working in shadows constantly. With just like headlights or something like that, they cast a lot of shadows. You can have firefighters fall in holes or drop tools and lose them and not be able to find them again.
You have good lighting, obviously we're able to do our jobs quicker, expedite patient care, and that sort of thing. If you have poor lighting, then obviously we're not going to be as successful as we could be.
That's very important on a fire scene. You're talking about response times in terms of minutes. You don't need a light that's going to take you minutes to set up. This light can be to any position on the map within 15 seconds. And so your firefighter is free to do other jobs around the fire ground and help with the rest of the scene.
Any tool that helps us speed up, whether it be 30 seconds, 10 seconds, a minute, you add up all those seconds and you greatly decrease your on-scene times and transfer patients or increase the safety of your firefighters.
When we cut all the electricity off at the scene in the houses and stuff, it's nice to have that artificial light so you can see the perimeter of the fires that we have.
People that are ejected from vehicles can be anywhere from right next to the car to 100 yards away, depending on the type of accident that you have. So to have a whole area lit up like we did tonight with the command light was great, because we were able to see where all the patients were located.
There's many times when you need to point into an odd situation. You can be down a very steep embankment, you could be up the side of the hill. With emergency and rescue products, you never know how they're going to be used. So the concept here was to give a light that could be used for many different positions.
One of the biggest concerns on a nighttime crash is lighting. Generally we're out there with what we have on the patrol car with the takedown lights and our flashlights. You really don't see a lot of the evidence. You've got to look real hard, and because of lighting you can miss some of that very critical evidence that can make a big difference in your investigation and the filing of the charges.
When we come into a rural scene like this, a lot of times it's really hard to see what we're doing, and just our first impression of it was just incredible, the way it lit everything up. Just made it real easy to see it. A lot of times it's more like fishing in the dark until we get the vehicle up to where we can actually make contact with some parts of the body with our own lights. So it's real nice to have real good vision, to be able to see down below where we could get into some troubles down in that area. The positioning is really everything. You can have the greatest light in the world, but if you can't get it down to where you need the light, then you're not gaining anything.
Command light, it's lightweight, it is easy to operate. It casts a great amount of light and reduces the most shadows.
It's extremely fast and very powerful. There's nothing I like more than going and talking to somebody that bought a light 3 or 4 years ago, and they tell me how hard it was to get the money to purchase the light. And they come back and they say, boy, since we've had that light, we're going to put it on all our trucks.
Well, in the fire service, we're always looking for that extra edge that'll make us be a better firefighter or a better fire department. And if we get those type of tools, or if we have the ability to gain that technology, then obviously we're going to serve our community better, help the people that we respond to, that sort of thing. It just makes us a better department as a whole, and I think the taxpayers appreciate that.